everybody, and welcome back to the stream. I'm LB Hackemup, and this is Heroes in Training, our Masks game here on the LB Hackemup channel. We're gonna go around and have everyone say who they are and who they're playing tonight. And then we're gonna get into our recap and then into the fun. So let's start out with the one, the only Savannah.
Hi, that's me. I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. I'm here every Sunday night doing this, whatever we're doing at the time, masks, and then eventually and previously other stuff. It's always very fun, and I love being here. And when I'm not here, I'm on my home channel, twitch.tv/game nights. It's game with 2 G's and nights with a K. Either playing or running in games. But tonight I am playing Sophia Minea, a hero named Nemia, who is the bull.
Thank you very much. Next up is Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel Elizabeth. You can find me here on Twitch at Rachel Elizabeth. I haven't been streaming recently because life, and I'm busy. But I am here on Sundays and on Mondays. You can find me on game nights with Savvy. Monday playing D&D. And tonight, I was like, wait, there's something else I need to say. Tonight, I am playing Jupiter Jennings, the Outsider, my favorite weird alien girl.
Mine too. Next up is Miss Tanya.
Oh, hey, you can find me at Tanya Rowland on probably Instagram and Twitter, where I post once a year, or the Abominable Pugs on Instagram. But tonight I am Nancy McGee, aka the Devereaux, who is the Doomed.
And of course, last but not least, close to my heart and close to my body. That's not what I meant. Alex is in the other room. It's Alex.
Hold on. Making a stream marker. Hello, I'm
not
Alex.
clipping that. I'm not doing it.
Someone
I
else.
will.
Yep. So hi everyone, I'm Alex. I am some guy on the internet, and I am here in LB's dungeon where she's kept me trapped for the past half of a week. Hello. I am also usually over on GGK. I'm there Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays, and Sundays. But here for this game, I am playing Billy Burns, aka Rune the Nova.
And I'm LB Hackemup, your game mistress for the evening, and I am going to be running these people through the wonderful world of masks that I've created. And yeah, so I'm gonna be facilitating tonight. But before we get into what's going on tonight, we need to know what happened last time, which wasn't last week, but was close to. For that, we're gonna go to Jupiter's journal. Take it away.
Dear Diary, so we're still at the Band of Bad Guys facility. You'd think that since it's a hideout of the villains, it'd be more of a lair, but honestly, it's a facility. Fluorescent lights in the hallway and all. Okay, yeah, this is the right one. Sorry. I was like, wait, is this right? We're still trying to get a feel for the place, and we didn't have our powers back, so we checked out the training facility. There were runes on the walls. It seemed magically powered, and we started messing with it. We set it up to be a mixed martial arts gym and did some hand-to-hand stuff to kill time. About 30 minutes later, the room reset itself, and we heard a ruckus in the hallway. Nancy poked her head out into the hall and saw Aqualion bullying some tiny kid with vines growing off of him. Aqualion stomped off, and we made our way over to the kid, who introduced himself as the Fantastical Park and casually told us that he wanted to eliminate a lot of human life and just have plants around. So, tiny aspiring murderer. Park also told us that Aqualion gets away with a lot because he is the brute force for the people higher up. Danny messaged me on my communicator/teleporter saying that he was connected, but couldn't quite locate us yet. We started exploring the level that the library was on. There was a library, obviously, as well as a lounge area and computer lab. We made our way to the next level and ran into Jump Skip. We had her give us a little tour of the floor, which wasn't particularly insightful, but gave us an excuse to wander around a bit. We found the security room that was full of screens, and she told us that the person who watched that had a power where they could go from monitor to monitor. That, at least, was useful information. We said our goodbyes to Jump Skip when she got bored of us and made our way back up to the library. When we got there, Nancy had a dark vision, and it sent her reeling, like literally expelled the contents of her stomach. In her vision, she saw the last laugh duplicating our powers and putting him into himself. It really freaked all of us out, but at least now we know he's collecting powers for some nefarious purpose. After that, we went back into our room to try and chill for a little bit. Terror popped up to invite us with her to set a building on fire. We declined. Instead, we went to the library to peruse the books and research. Billy and Nancy actually read some books on magic and villain philosophy, while Sophia and I messed around in the dark web. We found some dossiers on a few of the villains online, which was kind of interesting. We started to get hungry, so we headed down to the cafeteria where I pushed Aqualion's buttons a bit and made sure he knew that even without my powers, I wasn't afraid of him. After food and altercation, we made it back to our room, and Danny messaged me saying that everything was encrypted so we could speak freely and that he'd pinpointed our location. Apparently, we were in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. We told him to keep to himself for now and that we'd let him know when to call in the cavalry. Tara reappeared in the doorway and she told us she had a video of the fire she started. It was 40 minutes of fiery death. She was very eager to hear our thoughts, so we focused on discussing how to improve the production quality of the future videos and could skip giving her our actual thoughts on all of the murder. Then we did a weird thing. We let Tara drink a bit of our blood and give us tasting notes. Apparently, Nancy's blood tastes considerably better with her curse removed, and my blood made her high, like fairy blood does vampires and true blood. She was giggly and high out of her mind on my blood. Recognizing the opportunity to get some information, apparently Aqualion is afraid of the dark and that the last laugh is the most powerful being in this universe. And in a major twist, we found out that he took the powers of the Golden Duke. After that wild revelation, we headed back to our room. Billy had an idea on how to defeat the last laugh, create a demi-plane where magic doesn't work and trap him in it. Billy said he isn't powerful enough to create it, but the Silver Shepherd may be with the help of some other magical heroes. So, depending on how long we're here, we may have to do crimes to make our whole transfer to the band of bad guys believable. We've decided that we'll rob a Tiffany's because they're a multi-million-dollar company who definitely has the insurance to reimburse the store for damages. Plus, we'd all look awesome just dripping in diamonds. I'm also a smidge worried that Terror is going to want another hit of my blood in the future, but that honestly might come in handy.
It may indeed. Thank you so much for that recap. And as we have left off, it is evening of the Sunday that you have joined the band of bad guys, and you should be getting your powers back anytime. Is there anything you guys want to do before that? Okay.
No.
All right, you guys, you see a, okay. You see a woman with long, like to her knees, red hair. She kind of knocks on your door. She's wearing a bodysuit that has a symbol on the front of it, some sort of scientific something or other. She is carrying 4 jars, and she kind of knocks on your door. Sorry to bother you all, but I was told that you're ready to have your powers back.
Yes, please.
All right.
Do we drink these or what?
No. You just open it up and it goes back in you.
Oh.
It's very sophisticated.
And can we I don't think that any of us want to, but if I open her jar and she opens mine, would that, or does it still back to?
Well, unless you're twins, I don't think it works that way.
Okay.
Like
it has
blood
to do with your
types.
DNA, right? None of you are twins, right?
I don't think so.
No.
Right, just making sure. She'll pass off the jars to you guys. They all look the same or very similar.
Well, cheers.
Okay.
Wish I had like something to make the pop open jar noise for
I know.
everybody.
Rip it.
Imagine we all do close to the exact same time.
Here. Close.
Yeah.
All right, you guys open up your jars, and the lights from them sort of they lift up slightly, and then you kind of see them. The ones you have aren't really the right ones, so you see these lights kind of maneuver around a little bit, and they return into your body. Sophia, you feel your strength return. Jupiter, your body, you kind of feel yourself shifting back into your human form. Nancy, you feel way worse. And Billy, you feel your magic returning to you.
Nancy is depressed again.
Oh.
Unless I happen to hear a little snort next to me.
And yes, so y'all kind of getting your stuff back, and so you guys hear this sort of heavy breathing, like someone has a really stuffy nose. And Nancy, you kind of like look around because this sound seems to be coming from you or coming from around you, and you feel this like weird heat on your leg sort of coming and going, as if somebody is blowing warm air on you. And you look down, and there is a little spectral pug, just a really round, wrinkly spectral pug that is sort of covered in this black light that radiates off of it a little bit.
I think my jar's broken.
What is that thing?
Gremlin? Am I extra possessed now?
He makes a snorting noise. He smells your leg and then sneezes on you.
That's disgusting. I try to like pet it.
Oh, he's all about it. He like lays
Oh.
down and rolls on his back.
Oh,
You
he's
feel
friendly.
you feel a connection to this thing. It's almost as if it's kind of an extension of yourself in a really strange way.
I guess this thing's mine.
He
Meet
barks.
my dog. Oh,
Hello,
Uh,
dog. What's up?
I think I'm gonna name him Bocephus.
Bocephus?
Yep,
Okay.
that's the first name that came to my mind.
Tell me you don't listen to country music without telling me you don't listen to country music.
Is that a country thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was making fun of LB, but
Oh, sorry.
I too
Well-
do not listen to country music.
I was like, I was stuck on the spelling.
I don't get this.
Bocephus
BOC.
is one of the names that Hank Williams Jr. went by. Goes by.
Oh,
He is a country person. Did
a man
songs.
of sorts.
We have Google. We'll figure
He
it
wore a
out.
hat. I'm sure he did.
Well, he's
Woo!
not named after that guy.
And maybe Levi's in a white t-shirt.
I'm
Probably.
the only
I'm
one
making
here who's from the South.
I lived in Missouri for a little bit. That's as far as I went. That's fairly south. Just south of where I was.
Well, I guess
Uh,
Nancy spends the next like 10 minutes like playing with this weird gremlin that she's just named Bocephus.
Yes. And he is eager to play with all of you. He seems like he can't go too far from you. Like he'll run out of the room a little bit, but he always comes back. And after a little bit, when you're like, okay, I don't know what to do with this thing, I'm done, he sort of goes into this spectral light, glows a little bit, and then returns sort of into your person.
I've got a ghost dog now, you guys. Does anybody else have anything new?
Jupiter just like
Don't think
shifts
so.
like a bunch of times. It just looks like she's just like strobing, but into different forms. And she pops back into herself. She's like, nope, still the same.
No, feel the same.
I think Billy is just kind of making, little motes of light appear and disappear and seems a little distracted at first. Oh, yeah, no, I think it's all the same for me.
All right. Well, mine came back a little goofy, but I'll take it. The thing's kind of cute, I guess. Kind of reminds me of my grandpa.
All right.
Well, I guess we now can, we're gonna try their training stuff once we got our powers back.
Yes. I guess we can go see if that's available. I wonder who's going to train all of us.
Who indeed? You guys make your way back downstairs. You go into outside of the trading facility. There's sort of a computer bank with a sign-up sheet on it, on a dock on the computer. And you kind of are connected to a chat You might be a bot, hard to tell. But you guys indicate that you would like to do some specialized training. They pull up your files and are able to schedule you for training the next day. For some of you, it'll take a couple days because people aren't available, but basically 1 to 2 a day over the next 3 days. So Wednesday will be the last one.
So is that like one of the hidden conditions of being in the band of bad guys? Is like, yeah, do whatever, but also if someone you can help train someone, you have to come and help them do that. Is that like the fine print somewhere?
Or maybe some of them are just nice somehow. I don't know.
And you can be nice and still be a dick and be evil.
I mean, even crazy people and geniuses like to impart knowledge. It's just not always good knowledge.
That's true. It makes you feel more powerful to teach someone.
I guess
Oh.
do we know who's going to be training us, or it's just like, you know, you'll show up at the training room at this time?
A couple of them say trainer pending, but I think after a little bit they will say, because they have to schedule someone.
Mhm.
So Billy, you are scheduled with White Knight. Sophia, you are scheduled with Control Experiment. Nancy, you are with Agiria. And Jupiter, you are with Principi. These are kind of, I mean, these might be villains you've heard of before, but they seem to be less like, I'm gonna take over the world, just more of doing bad guy stuff on the DL. Probably White Knight. Billy, you might have heard of White Knight because he is a sorcerer. He mostly handles light magic, as in bright magic, not good magic. But yeah. So you have all of your classes scheduled, but I think that we can, unless there's something you guys want to do in between, we can kind of just go through them. Just know it's going to take a couple days because not everyone's available right now. So if there's anything that you'd like to do in between, or you'll probably have a communication from Danny in that time. But
Over the next couple of days, Jupiter just wants to do like some light trolling on Aqualion.
okay.
So every now and then she'll just be like, I'm bored. So she'll just transform into him, do something embarrassing, making sure somebody else sees it.
Uh-huh.
And then, you know, and then run away and then like change back into herself. And
I
you know
love
what I mean?
it.
Like just
Yes,
just like light trolling, like just little embarrassing stuff. Slipping and falling on a banana.
Yeah.
Or you know.
You hear every once in a while Aqualion like talking to somebody, like, I wasn't even fucking here yesterday. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what's going on. He's very upset that this is happening to him.
And the lights in his room, every time he leaves, they take a little bit longer to turn on.
I dig
She's
that.
been messing with the wiring, and it's just like he'll turn on the light, and it takes a good, especially at night, actually only at night, it takes like a good like 30 seconds for he's like flipping the switch back and forth,
Yeah.
and then like for a while, and then they'll turn on.
I dig it.
Just fucking with him because he's a bully.
He is a bully. He's also evil.
Yep.
All right, so let's go through. We'll have our training montages. So Billy, you are going to be working with the White Knight. So basically, for all of you, we don't have to go through and like do individual scenes because that'll take for years. But basically, for all of them, they are going to go through that. Heroes, in your training, you have been taught to pull your punches. You have been taught to do things in the least destructive way possible, to get out of situations, and, you know, punch last, you know, try and dissolve the situation in other ways first. They are like don't do that. Do the opposite of that. Don't pull your punches. If you're fighting someone, why would you like not try to knock him out first try? Why would you not do the most powerful thing that you can, unless it's gonna hurt you too? So that's a lot of what they're doing. So White Knight is he wears a full white jumpsuit with like silver boots and silver a silver cape that covers his head. He's got a complete white face mask on with silver that goes sort of up and back. He is going to run you through a couple different scenarios where he's going to teach you to harness your powers through breaking down the barriers that have been placed in your own mind. As in, the Silver Shepherd has taught you that some magics aren't worth the risk, and that some magics are too powerful for you, but the White Knight is going to explain that you know your own strength, you know what you're going to be, you know what your own abilities are, and you know how far you can push yourself without, like, nobody knows that but you, and nobody's allowed to tell you that, because, like, yeah, there are forbidden magics, but why? If it is going to save your life, if it's going to achieve your goal, why is it forbidden? What is actually wrong with it? You're not going to pull, there are some that might tear open reality, and hey, that's probably bad, but like, that's your decision. Like, nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. Cool. Sophia, okay, Billy, do you have any questions for the White Knight?
I think there's maybe just a thing of like, well, okay, so tearing a hole in reality, how do we fix that?
So that is a solid question, and I think the best thing is there are some spells that if you say them in reverse, you undo them. Doesn't always work, and you'd have to try it out, but that's an option. Also, you can do, I don't know, like create a void and push that spell into the void. Stuff like that. You just gotta think outside the box, you know?
Okay, so how do I do a void that sucks away the magic?
Well, you'd have to first create your own demiplane.
There was a cat in here all this time. Get out of here, Krieg.
Krieg!
Krieger, what are you doing? He's so confused. He's like, where am I?
Yeah. I did not. He must have been hiding in the closet or something.
Yeah, that's his spot.
But
Ninja Krieg.
but yeah, so I think Billy will just continue that line of questioning, trying to get
Sure.
as much of like, okay, now how do I open the demi plane, and like trying to get all those details as much as he
Yeah.
can from White Knight.
He'll give you as much as he can. He doesn't know specifically like he's not like a master speller. Like he doesn't know every spell off the top of his head, but he will sort of maneuver you through that sort of stuff, and sort of give you the resources that you can use to find what magic you want. Yeah. All right, Sophia. I mean, Nancy. Well,
No, go ahead.
Okay, Sophia, you see that same woman that brought you back your powers, and she is known as the Control Experiment. She is again wearing the bodysuit with the symbol on the front. Her outfit kind of goes up onto her jaws, and she's got her hair sort of pulled back, and it's got a it's in a braid, but the end of the braid has sort of like a claw attached to it, almost like a scorpion, but a claw instead of a stinger. Her skin is basically invulnerable, and she is basically like, just hit me as hard as you can, and like she teaches you how to fight against someone that isn't that maybe punching doesn't always work with, because you can punch her as much as you want, but nothing really happens. So she's kind of teaching you how to use your mind as well as your body. And she is going to teach you how to push past your normal limit of, because you've been taught for your whole training that you need to pull your punches because you could break someone, you could kill somebody. And she's like, okay, too bad. Like, whatever. Why is that a problem? That's not a problem for me. Is there anything you want to talk to her about specifically?
Do you think Sophia's eating between rounds because her metabolism kicked back in?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And Control Experiment seems pretty chill. Like, while you take your eating break, she does some training of her own. This is pretty much her life, is just training and fighting and training, and she talks about doing a lot of like underground rings and stuff like that. And she's like, well, it's not fair because I can't really be hurt. So sometimes I'm able to fight somebody who is a little bit stronger or can defeat me in other ways, but really it's not very fair.
I mean, it's got to get like boring over time.
It does. That's why I've been out doing like random stuff, like running through buildings, or I've been trying different experiments on myself, I have to say. I've been seeing how much I can take from a bomb. I've been upping it. First it was dynamite, and then it was a missile, and then it was, just trying different things to see if there's anything that can actually hurt me.
So can you die?
Well, haven't yet.
Fair.
She like starts to say something, and then she's like, I'm not going to tell you all my secrets, but I have found a way that I can hurt myself. So I'm not invulnerable all the time, but most of the time.
Is it your insides?
No, actually, that's not.
Damn.
I can eat poison. I've tried that, but sometimes it does give me a stomach ache.
Is it being crushed to death in a very small box?
Ooh, I haven't tried that before, but I think it just get very uncomfortable.
They did that on that show. What was it? The weird one with Kevin Bacon.
Tremors?
Yeah, that one.
Right. That was a weird one. Something about earthworms. Anyway, I'm not much into horror films.
That's all right. I mean, I guess we'd be pretty good fighting partners.
Well, yeah. You haven't been able to hurt me yet, though. Maybe if you get better.
Pretty used to holding back. In hero stuff and in my hobbies.
Well, I don't want to be holding back now. There's no way you can hurt me.
Okay, let's do this.
All right. And you do. You hit her as hard as you can, and she just takes it like a champ. It doesn't even seem to phase her, and this is kind of the first time you've been able to open up like that and like really just let it out. I think probably at first you're a little bit hesitant because again you could kill somebody with a punch, but as I feel like as you get more relaxed into this, you can let loose as much as possible.
I don't think it takes as much prodding as maybe they thought it was going to for Sophia to get to that point.
Right.
So
I think there's a one point when you start going full out that she's going to grab a steel beam and make you do the same thing to the steel beam. And as you punch it, you see it like completely bend, and on the other side it is ripped. So it kind of like, because you've been punching something that can't get hurt really, so it's like, oh yeah, I'm totally going full, and then you see the devastation that you can actually wield.
Holy shit.
See? Doesn't that feel better?
Yeah, actually.
See, if you're not worried about holding yourself back, you have that part of your brain. exposed, you can use it for other things, such as determining where's the best route in or what the best route out is. You don't have to worry about holding yourself back. You just have to worry about what you're doing next.
Yeah, I never really thought of it like that.
Well, that's why we're here.
Thanks.
My pleasure. And you guys continue your training. Nancy, you you walk into the training room and you see a really tall, about 7 foot, woman, probably, covered in a large, muumuu, what's it? A cloak that sort of covers her whole body. She's got long, I don't know what it's called. A poncho. It's a poncho with a hood, okay? It's got her, you see her ears have extended past the end of this hood, about 4 inches, very thin. She's got a almost a skeletal like face, and you can see that there is sort of a black rot that has moved from her mouth outward, and she has when she pulls her hands up, they seem almost too long, like they'd go down to her ankles. Can you not? I'm trying to tell a story over here. Thank you. And then you can see her feet are bare and pointed and extended, longer than a normal person's would be. And her name is Agiria. And she is, as she speaks to you, she kind of, you expect as you go in, or you expect what you want, but this is sort of more of a sit and talk session to begin with. And she is going to begin to talk to you about being cursed, and whether you embrace it or you reject it, it makes no difference. It is still there and it is still part of you. So she is going to teach you to embrace your curse and use it for your own gain, and use it to, you can, instead of letting it simply take hold of you, you take hold of it as well. And she is going to, for the second half, sort of move you through, it's more of like a spiritual, like, feel yourself and really feel the curse and bring it out. And, you know, it's less of like punchy training and more of like getting you to really harness, and you will be like standing and using your powers, but it is less punch a brick and more mind stuff, breaking open your own being.
I guess with my own abilities, does Nancy, like, is there a limit to what her telekinesis can lift?
I think that has to do with your own mind and your own training. I think technically it's like how well you roll for it, really.
Yeah.
But like, I think during this training you can give it this, you have this like mindset of like, I can't lift that, that's too heavy. And she explains to you like, you're not lifting it with your muscles, you're lifting it with your magic. It's not the same.
Okay.
And you have to like basically change the way you think. So yeah, you're able to lift as much as, and especially in this training scenario where you are completely focused, you can pretty much lift anything.
So is she Agiria? Is Agiria like kind of surprised, like nice to me? Or is she a dick?
No, I wouldn't say she's a dick. I wouldn't say she's nice. She is very flighty and kind of like, she probably she wouldn't notice if you left.
Okay.
Like she is helpful towards you, but she is a little flighty and like will go off on tangents and like exposit into the wind sort of thing. But she's not mean.
I think Nancy is kind of noticing that and starts pronouncing her name wrong, like Agiria, just to see if she'll say anything about it.
Does not
she
notice.
does pay attention. Nancy asked her about the pug and like just
Mhm.
kind of how to embrace it and how to call it, just practicing with that
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, I think she'll explain that he's probably in her vision, because she doesn't know about your power specifically, like what exactly you can do.
Mhm.
She is going to start telling you about it's probably an extension of like your inner self and how you feel, how, or something that you connect very clearly with. It could be someone in your life, or something that you wish you had, something like that.
A pug tracks, I think, for Nancy being
Mhm.
tired all the time and having to have little bursts of energy to do
Mhm.
stuff.
Fair, fair.
Yeah, I don't think I have any other questions that I can think of.
Okay. All right. Jupiter, you walk in and you see this big old dude. He's probably like maybe 5'8". He's not that tall, but he's probably 5'8" and also 5'8" wide, because of how muscular he is. He's got this very deep blue skin, almost humanoid face, but it is sort of squished so that he doesn't seem to have a chin, and if he does, it is tucked in his helmet, and he has this sort of metal armor that is surrounding most of him, except for his dank shoulders and abs. He's got like not robotic arms, but armored legs and arms. And his name is Principi, and he is going to. He explains that he is an alien, and he does not speak. He only communicates via telepathy. But he and it's not simply words. It is like visuals and feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotions. And he's going to explain to you about his homeworld and how, yes, he is here on Earth, but he embraces his people and he uses their teachings, and he accepts the fact that he is different, and he doesn't hide among the humans as one of them. He knows that he is different, and he wants to accept that. And he's going to sort of teach you like that you can lean on the support of your home world and your people and the training that you have, to uh, empower yourself more. Do you have any questions for him?
No, she's just gonna be like, okay, well, all of my training on my homeworld was how to murder people covertly, and stage government coups on other planets. I don't know if that's necessarily useful in the context of being a villain.
You get a feeling of like slight confusion, and then you see in your mind sort of flashes and words. He's basically showing you how you can topple a government and place someone in control that you control. You can assassinate the right person to start a war. You can assassinate someone to get something from them and make it look like an accident. You can do plenty of things covertly and change the balance of the world for good or for evil.
Yeah, she's just gonna be like, okay. I mean, like, yeah, that's what I, was supposed to be doing, but I just thought that like the band of bad guys and most villains on this planet anyway are kind of into like the big flashy show and taking credit for everything that they're doing. So I guess I didn't know if my skill set would have been necessarily useful in the big flashy. I mean, obviously, it's useful, the big flashy show, but like, my main training was, the more covert stuff. So I guess like I would be most useful in a situation where we're trying to do something sneaky, long game wise. And that doesn't seem to be what anybody here is doing.
He sort of takes a step closer towards you, and you can hear the words in your mind. And what do you want? You speak of others and what they need from you. But what do you want?
Guess I've never really thought about it before.
He nods his head. That is where we shall begin. So he's going to sort of stop the homeworld talk and talk more about it becomes more of a
Therapy session.
yeah, an inner reflection on, like, you've been taught your whole life that you are a tool, you are the blade, but you are your own individual person. Guns don't kill people, people kill people. What do you want out of life? What are you gonna do with? If you could do anything, and you can, that's like you've never been open to that situation. What do you want to do? What are you gonna do with yourself? I think that's most of what he talks about in your session. All right, you guys have gone through your training. Usually, most of the trainings are like 4 hours. And the more intensive ones, I'm sure that you are exhausted afterwards, but you each gain something from this. Billy, you are going to get the adult move, Wield Your Powers. Sophia, you have now unlocked your moment of truth. Nancy, you unlock Bolstered on your Doom track. But now, Showing Mercy brings your doom closer. So mark Showing Mercy and Bolstered on your character sheet. And Jupiter, you have now unlocked your moment of truth. Very beneficial training, I'm just saying. All right, it is Wednesday afternoon, my dudes. And Jupiter has just got back from her training. You have a message on your wristband that simply says, that's from Danny, that says, check in, question mark?
She's gonna call everybody over and be like, Danny's checking in.
Are we gonna try and leave right now or what?
Yeah, I'm kind of struggling with that.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure how your training sessions have gone, but it seems like from what you all have said so far, it seems like a lot of it is just, adjusting your moral philosophy, which doesn't seem like it would be that big a leap to make, but apparently it does the trick. And like, I know that, I've learned a lot of magical theory, and yeah, some of it has also been like, morals are whatever, but I've also been learning a lot too.
Yeah, mine was a little less philosophy based and more how hard can you punch. Turns out it's really hard.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they're not as sinister as I thought they would be, the training sessions.
I can melt steel beams.
You can what?
I mostly punched a steel beam in half.
I don't know if that's melting, but that's, it gets the job done.
That was a joke.
Right. Sorry, I just thought maybe they somehow taught you to shoot lasers out of your eyes or something.
I wish. No, I mostly just punched the steel beam in half, which is crazy. I don't think it changes anything for me morally. I'm not gonna punch a person in half, I guess, unless I really had to, but I'm kind of getting a lot out of being here.
Me too.
Same. I'm I mean, I don't know about mine was not philosophy based, but more, I've been a tool for somebody else's use the entirety of my training
I don't think you're
on
a
my
tool.
planet. Thank you. But basically, like I've always been the one who is like being wielded and told what to do. So
That's
now
a
I'm
different kind of tool.
yeah. Now I get weapon. That would have been a good word. But yeah, so now I'm, figuring out what I actually want to do.
And is that be part of the band of bad guys?
No. I think I've decided no. As much as I like what I'm learning here, I don't think the philosophy quite aligns. Like you're only not allowed to murder people who are part of the band of bad guys seems a little too ambiguous for even my moral compass. Like I still believe that there are a lot of innocent people out there that probably don't deserve to be murdered for somebody else's gain. So I've landed
Yeah.
squarely against band of bad guys.
I feel kind
In
of in
case
the
you were all
middle.
holding your breath on that one.
I know. I still want to kill people sometimes, but only if they're really bad. Like if I see Ed McMahon, I kind of want him to die, but I guess I can let time take care of that. I don't know. I don't think I want to join this because I just don't trust everybody here.
Yeah,
That's
it's
I mean, it's
That's
not that we
another big
trust
thing.
everybody at school.
no.
I
I
mean,
really
well,
only trust you guys and a couple other people.
yeah, and I mean there are degrees of trust. Like, yeah, obviously we don't trust everyone at school with everything, but it's not like I'm watching my back because I'm worried that Tony's gonna try and prank me, and the same with that Alkaline's probably gonna try and strangle me for fun.
I mean, some of our
Yeah.
classmates did leave voluntarily to come here, so maybe you should be.
What are you thinking, Sophia? Are you a bad guy or what?
I don't know.
Can we form our own middle ground?
I
I
just
guess
feel like
it'd be-
there's something in the chaos that could be not so bad.
Yeah. I feel a lot less used here.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't hate myself as much as I did before. So maybe it's our training that we like, not so much the band of bad guys. Right? Maybe.
Think that's probably
I don't
it.
know. What's her face is kind of growing on me.
Terror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, but we can at least agree that the going and burning down a building for fun is still bad, right?
No, that's
Yes.
troublesome.
Yeah, that's
that's
a
bad.
but at least she is her and you know exactly what you're getting with Terror.
That's true.
yeah, she's
I
not lying.
appreciate that quality in somebody. I don't think that Terror is gonna be like, oh yeah, we're friends. Let's go do all these things together and then backstab me because I feel like,
No,
you
if
know
she wants to set
exactly
you
what
on fire, she'll tell you your face.
yeah, she'll tell you. Like, okay, I'm done with this friendship and light you on fire. Or try, I guess.
She kind of
And-
reminds me of me.
Yeah, I think that's why we like her. She's like evil Sophia.
I just think that there's something here that's not so bad. Like
Something
There's
in
something-
the philosophy that's
there's something to some of this
yeah.
stuff, and if we're gonna do something about it, is coming in guns blazing gonna make the biggest difference?
I think maybe it's just the last laugh that needs to go since he's stealing everyone's powers and becoming an all powerful antichrist horrible thing,
Well, I mean, we don't actually know that he's gonna do anything bad with them.
But
Why collect that many powers though?
I like to collect stuff too.
I don't know. I
like,
mean, we have powers. Why do we keep training?
Want to use them. He's collecting
just-
them because he wants to use them.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
We use our powers all the time. And nobody assumes we're doing bad shit.
He is the self-professed leader of the band of bad guys.
I'm just saying.
Can I kill Ed McMahon? Like, is that cool with you guys?
Yes.
I'm ambivalent.
Or will it change?
I'm still pretty against the murder thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, according to Meatloaf that my grandpa likes. But I don't know. It'd bum me out. I shouldn't kill people, even Ed McMahon.
No, probably not.
I'll do it for you.
What if there's like something we can do about it that's not come in, arrest everybody. People are probably going to die in the process and call it a day.
Yeah, you know that there are a lot of people here who are just not going to go down without a fight, and they'd rather die than be taken into custody.
And I don't think everyone here's a bad person.
No, they might have some misguide, like the Fantastical Park. You know, like can we just let him have a little spot somewhere where there aren't any people, and he can just be with plants? I feel like that's not, as long as he doesn't kill people to get it. Like there's lots of unclaimed. We could put him on an island where there's literally nobody. It's all you, buddy. There you go. There's your
Yeah,
island.
but he
maybe
wants an area the
plants.
size of Australia.
Yeah, but maybe we can talk him down to like
Yeah,
a
We
gotta
really
small
like
island.
Australia.
I mean,
I'm joking.
probably.
I'm joking.
But yeah, like maybe we could talk him down in size, you know?
Hey, I just feel
To,
like
like-
some of these people, like what they want can be really easily facilitated. And I don't think they're bad. I think they've struggled.
Or maybe
I
we're
think-
bullied.
I want to figure out what the last laugh is doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, obviously, if he's like gathering power to like kill a bunch of people or whatever, like all bets are off.
Yeah.
You know,
and like
I have
what
like dark
happened with the
visions,
Golden
right?
Duke thing, you know?
Yeah.
You know, he
Yeah,
has the
that's
Golden Duke's
troublesome.
powers. That to me is like, what? How did you get those? And
Problematic.
why do you have that?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying guaranteed he's a good
Yeah.
guy. I'm just saying we need to find out what's going on before we just throw open the doors and let everybody in.
You
Yeah,
guys want to
so-
watch me puke again and have a dark vision and maybe try to figure it out?
Can I not watch you puke but get the rest of it?
I mean, I might puke. I don't know. I'm
I'll
not really
just
good
turn
at this
around.
yet.
Well, you probably shouldn't
LB.
puke now that you have your powers back.
Oh, maybe. LB, I have a question.
Yes.
If I were to have a dark vision,
Mhm.
it's about the situation at hand. Is Last Laugh's intentions too general for that?
I think we've been using your dark visions as I guess I have. I've been using your dark visions as what you need to see, not necessarily what you want to see.
Okay.
So they're helpful, but maybe not in the way that you think.
Back to the group. Hey, you guys. I basically wait. The last time they're not always helpful. I want to. Okay, you guys, I have an idea.
I'm listening.
It's hard. It's hard for me to do. And I don't know if right now is the time for it, but I want to make myself appear next to Ed McMahon.
Okay.
And then
And
we'll know if he's the last laugh or not.
Okay.
And if he is,
Oops. I accidentally portaled here.
do you think he'll believe
Oh.
that?
That's a good point.
okay,
He
but
will
also
if
if
We
he's-
all go. And we said we were going to Tiffany's to knock it over. I don't know. I'm trying.
well, but
well, for-
also there's the possibility that you show up and it's just Ed McMahon doing Ed McMahon things. That's not going to prove that he isn't Last Laugh.
Here's what we do. You portal twice. Once to Ed McMahon, once to Last Laugh. And if they take you to the same place, boom.
Okay. If I hold everybody's hand, I wonder if you guys all come with me.
Yeah, I
No,
don't think you should go
just
by
me?
I don't think you should go by yourself, but
Well,
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
also my own portal magic, it gets very difficult to bring more people along.
What if it's only 2 of you plus me as something very tiny?
oh, can I put you in my pocket? Will that work? No,
No?
probably not.
Some mysterious force seems to
Nancy
be
only-
indicating no.
Nancy, only you know your limitations.
Oh,
Nancy, the answer is no.
You know what?
Now you
My
know.
intuition is saying no. My little pug's looks unhappy. Bocephus looks
Oh.
bummed out. I learned how to pull him out whenever I want, by the way.
I think he's cute.
He
I think he's
is.
adorable.
It's just a heavy
So-
breathing every time he's out.
He's just like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like
you
a
can-
noise machine. Anyways.
Who else can do transporty stuff?
I mean, I have this.
Right.
Can you use my air tag to figure out where I'm at?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because we've
Oh.
got the trackers, right? So
Probably.
we could at least find you if something goes down. Or, come get your body.
Question for LB. If I portal somewhere, do I have to use another Doom Track to portal back?
Yes, ma'am.
Shit. All right.
Well, we can come pick you up.
Yeah.
As I'm tied up in Ed McMahon's basement while he tries to poke me with needles.
Like I said, we might be coming to collect your body.
Yeah. He's not as innocent as
No, this is a
he
teen
is.
drama. No one dies.
Yeah. I mean, totally.
People come
I-
very
and-
close to dying.
It's not
Actually,
like you're
don't say that. One Tree Hill people die.
if you fill
That's
your
true.
doom track, you just have to mark another thing. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's
True.
finale territory, baby.
So
Just
just
how
so you guys
I play
know,
the Doom. So every 2 seconds.
yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking about. He put a curse on me and killed my parents, and that's what Harry Potter is roughly based off of. I don't know if I ever told you guys this. He's actually a horribly evil wizard, and I'm kind of scared of him, but I'm also sick of dealing with his shit. So
I feel like I would have heard from Silver Shepherd if Ed McMahon was a known evil wizard.
I don't know if it's a wizard, but he's got some sort of asshole curse.
How
That
much
made
does
me
Silver
this way.
Shepherd
I
tell
think
you?
that's just IBS.
You're so funny.
Trying to add some levity. This has been a stressful week for us.
What's IBS?
Oh.
Never mind. I'll Google it.
Don't hit the image tab.
Oh, thank you. That's a good tip.
I think I need to just rip the band-aid off and portal.
Okay.
Okay.
She's gonna mess around with her little like teleporter thing and make sure that she's got like, well, first she's gonna wait, we gotta message Janie back. She's gonna be like,
Yeah.
hey, we're alive, still figuring things out.
Ask him
We'll
if
let
he
you
can
know.
track me specifically.
Yeah, and then also track Nancy specifically. She's about to do
Try and
something
find my
semi
friends.
stupid.
Just in case.
You get a ... Roger.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks,
Oh, his
Danny.
name was Danny.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
We're down the worst rabbit hole ever.
All right, Nancy, do your thing or I'm ending it.
Pop.
All right.
I was like, all right, you guys, I'm doing it.
What does this
Shit
portal
goes bad,
look like?
portal back.
Mm-hmm.
I think this portal, like you literally see like a puff of like white smoke and then she's just gone.
Like a ninja in the
Yeah, like a-
shadows. Yes,
You're gonna
yeah.
say a puff from your pug and just
Oh,
like
yeah.
it farts on you and you
A little green
disappear.
puff.
I like the
Ah.
ninja. You throw your hand down and the smoke comes up and she's just gone.
Okay, David Blaine.
Nancy, you feel yourself transported. You focus really hard on Ed McMahon. You've only been in a room with him once, maybe twice in your life. But you know him. You know what he's about. You know him to his core. You've seen every single television experience that he's had. You've watched every episode of whatever show he's on, and you are you feel yourself being pulled to his location. When the smoke clears from your vision, you find yourself in a den, a very nice. The light is low. There's a bunch of bookshelves, there's leather armchairs, and a fire going in the fireplace. There is a moment of silence, and as you sort of take in the room around you, you hear the leather chair in front of you sort of squeak. And as it does, you see the gray hair of the back of the head of Mr. McMahon. And you kind of see him looking around. And as he turns to look at you, you see his face and he begins to stand. And as he does, you get a better vision of him than you've ever had. You've never been this close to him. And as he looks at you, you see confusion, recognition, and then anger. And as this anger enters his eyes, your vision drops slightly. And you see around his neck a cape and a brooch that you have seen very recently, as Ed McMahon is wearing the same cape that the last laugh was wearing when you saw him. And as the anger reaches into his eyes, you see him pull out his hand and dark magical energy swirls around. And as he does that, we're going to go on our break.
Ed McMahon's a cosplayer.
I knew it.
Good for
knew it.
him.
Good for him.
Hey, we were right.
You were right.
Fully right.
Ed McMahon is the last laugh.
Fuck you, Ed McMahon. Fuck you.
That was I think episode 3 where I was like, well, now this has to happen. This is what it is. Congratulations, you guys. It wasn't gonna be him, but how could it be anyone else? We're gonna take a 5 to 10 minute break, so don't go no place. Grab your beverages, take your medication, make sure to do a big old stretch. We'll be back in 5 to 10. Thanks, guys. Bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back from the break. Tanya, you have found yourself in quite the predicament. You have dark magic coming at you. What you want to do?
Is it possible for me to instantly portal again and go back, or is it too late?
If you mark your track.
I portal instantly
All right, you see him reaching out towards you.
after
And
I
I
scream, "I fucking knew it, you piece of shit!" Boom.
I would like you to go ahead and unleash your powers as you do this. And you have filled your doom track, which means you get to clear it and take one of your doom signs. You can figure that out as you roll for your powers.
I'm scared.
Ooh, okay. That is a 10. That is a full hit.
Ooh.
So as you are portaling away, you feel your hand moves down. You throw the smoke bomb, and as you feel yourself being pulled away, he reaches out, and you see Ed McMahon's eyes start to glow as he grabs your magic and starts to pull you back towards him. He has created the curse that is dooming your body, and he is manipulating it to his own gain. But you are strong, and you are powerful, and you rip away from him and find yourself back with your friends.
Fuck you, Ed McMahon.
Yeah. So you guys see a puff of smoke, and I'm back that quick. Like, it's fucking him. You guys were right. We were right. You knew it before I did, but I just pretended to know it. You guys were right. Ed McMahon is the fucking last laugh.
We gotta go.
You tried dark magicking
Really?
me. Yeah, I feel like I set a lot of things in emotion just now, and I'm sorry about that, but it's him. We need to do something. I don't know what to do. Fuck this band of bad guys. I don't care. He's got to go somehow.
I was kidding when I said that.
Yeah, I was half kidding. I was like, I knew it was a possibility, but just like old white dude, I thought for sure like it was a,
No, it's
So,
him.
are we calling in all the heroes now? Are we at that stage? And we'll deal with the fallout later?
No. We need to make a plan.
If I could portal, he can portal. We probably need to do something quick.
But we know who he is now.
Why don't we
Speaking of
just
quick, Billy is
go?
gonna like quickly use magic to like just Nancy stay there and like quickly draws a magic circle around you and it's like the intent being like this will shield your location and your energies from being tracked for the moment. So I guess I will attempt to wield my powers now.
I will say before you do that,
Mhm.
Ed McMahon knows where you are. He knows where your team is. So whether you, and he knows that you came here with your team. So you can shield her, but he is probably on his way here now.
Fair, yeah.
Okay, I have an idea.
Shoot.
We gotta go.
Yep.
My idea is leave, but Billy, can you like shield you three and I'll be Aqualion and I'll just leave the facility and you guys can just be invisible behind me? Or can you glamour yourselves to look like
yeah.
other people and we can just bounce
Yeah, I
looking
can
like other
try.
people? I
Yeah,
don't know.
or
We gotta go. Or we could try to look like ourselves and leave. That's also a possibility. And if people start getting suspicious of us leaving, we can, pop into a room and look like other people when we come back out.
Can
Two
you make
options.
a portal big enough, Billy, to get us like anywhere the fuck no one thinks we'd ever go, and I can portal myself out?
That's gonna take a lot of power. I can try it.
Wait, why don't I just see if we can teleport out of here?
Yeah.
Okay, so two things as a pause with LB. Do I have to call Mercury or do we think Danny could, because he's messed with this, take the training wheels off so I could just type something in?
I'm sorry, what are you trying to do?
Teleport the four of us with my teleporter like I've done before when we went to Russia, but
Right.
just out. But the training wheels were on, but since Danny's been messing with it, are they gone now? Or do I have to call Mercury?
I'm gonna say either way. You could probably do it. But you gotta do it fast.
Okay, I'm just gonna try it.
Okay.
Everybody, hold on to me. And she's gonna type in Carter's address because that's the first one that pops into her head.
Perfect.
Carter's
All
poor
right.
doctor parents.
All right.
Goes in their kitchen.
I think that you're using alien tech.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll plus freak for me. That's a 9. That's a partial success. You guys still have 2 team in the pool if you'd like to make it a full success. On a hit, well, I guess on a hit, on a 10 plus, you get to choose one. It works exceptionally well. You get an additional use out of it. And on a miss, it works, but it has a side effect. So it's up to you guys.
I think we could just take the success and save the team. Right? Like,
Yeah.
as long as it's gonna work and get us the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're about to get chopped up, so it's probably good.
All right, you guys, Billy, you start to feel this flux of magic as you have felt before when the room closed when you guys met at the last laugh. And as this intense power begins, Jupiter, you have everyone touch you.
Yeah.
And slap your wrist and feel yourself being teleported out as the door swings open. And you aren't sure who was on the other side, but you are transported. And as you do, you feel your feet. Every time you guys transport, it feels different. This one feels almost like your feet are being pulled and you're riding on a wave. You land in the living room of an old, picture a 1980s split level. You can see a kitchen through the living room. There's a lazy boy, a couch, and a pretty startled man who is sitting in this lazy boy. Jupiter, you recognize this as Carter's father.
Hi, Dr.
Rick.
Thomas. Oh, yeah. Rick Thomas.
Yes, Rick Thomas.
Yeah, both his parents are doctors. That's all I figured out. But their last name is Thomas. That's all we got. They're both Dr. and Dr. Thomas.
Does he know that you're an alien?
Yes.
Okay. He's just, gee willikers, Jupiter, what are you doing here?
Hi, sorry, it was the first address I thought of.
Are you all right? Y'all look like you've been I haven't seen you around. Were you looking for Carter?
No, we should probably leave here too. This was just the first place that I could think of that wasn't the academy, but it was like kind of nearby. It was just the first address I thought of off the top of my head. I'm really sorry to just pop into your living room. I know
I-
that's really rude,
As
but
we landed, Billy is doing a magic circle to like erase the trace of our teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, sorry. That we've been on an undercover assignment and things got sketchy, so we teleported out of there.
You hear the sound of footsteps as Carter makes his way down the half staircase. You see him like kind of like panicked a little bit. What's going on? Jupiter?
Hi.
Are you okay? What's did something
Dude,
bad
we gotta-
happen?
We gotta go. This isn't about you, Carter. We gotta go.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's dangerous for us to be here. I'm sorry. This is the first address I thought of. This is Carter's house. This is Carter's dad. But we should run now. We should go.
Okay. Do you? Can I help? Is there anything I can do?
No, you're
You
adorable.
super didn't see us.
Yeah,
We
you
were
definitely
never
didn't
here.
see us if anybody comes to the door.
Okay. Be safe.
Okay, and they're just gonna leave out the back door probably.
Bye, bro.
He's kind of like, his dad's like, what is going on? And Carter has to like kind of talk to him a little bit. But you guys make it out the back door, walk around the pool and the deck. And what's the plan? Where are you guys going?
I feel like we have to go to the school and tell the adults. Like,
Or-
are we? Or
Do we go tell Grandpa immediately?
I want to tell him, but he knows that I'm gonna go find him.
We could go to my house.
That sounds safe.
Safe. Pro heroes. And we
That's
can tell my
true.
mom.
I'll just text Grandpa to get out and go somewhere safe. We have our phones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can, I mean, give him my address.
Done. And I
My mom
hand you
can
the
look after
phone
him.
to put that address in.
Jupiter's also gonna message Danny. Hi, we're alive. We made it out of there.
Solid. Where are you at?
We're back in town. We'll let you know what the plan is, if there is one.
Should I gather the team?
Not yet. We're gonna
Okay.
talk to some pro heroes first.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys start making your way across town to where Sophia's family lives. Her mother and father? Is your dad in the picture? I don't remember. The face of someone who
Whoa, what a
remembers.
question I've literally never.
Right?
I mean, she has two parents.
Uh-huh. Tell me.
I feel like I wrote it down. It's never come up. It's been so long since I wrote this. No, two moms.
Okay.
One only has like really minor powers.
Okay.
Is what it was.
Yeah, you guys start making your way. Billy, are you going to try to mask where you guys are?
Yes, so I can roll that. I think that's actually still more of an unleash your powers. I don't see how wield
But-
your powers would do it.
What about defend someone?
I can certainly try, though that's not going to be great at the moment.
That's what you're doing.
Yep.
I'll let you guys roll unleash your powers way too much.
Well, that's a 3.
Oh boy.
So I get some potential.
You sure do, buddy. Oh boy.
Hey, my savior's a -1 right now.
Ooh. Okay. So what happens then? Let's
I
see.
think it just fails.
Yes, yeah, basically. So, yeah, you're trying to, in this very dire situation, try to, on the run, put up a spell. It seems to be fizzling out. Perhaps your anxiety about the situation is building. It takes you guys probably about 45 minutes to run to Sophia's parents' place, walking from time to time. By the time you guys get there, it is, well, we'll say it's early evening. It's the sun is setting, and Sophia, do you want to describe your parents' house?
I mean, I think it's just pretty. I guess I don't really know what the area looks like. I feel like it's just pretty standard for the area. It's unassuming. It's not super big. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's a 2-story brick house. A little bit
Yes.
older. Big enough for all of them, but pretty modest.
Yeah. You bust in the front door?
Been renovated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has probably been reinforced
Mm-hmm.
because
while they've been
Sophia is their
running-
child.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. While they've been running, Jupiter's gonna try to send a message to Thalassophobia because she's
Okay.
done that before. So she's just
Yeah.
gonna try to be like, "Hey, this is where we're going, and I have something crazy to tell you if you get this."
Yeah, after about a half an hour, you get a message and a response. What code? Like, what level of, like, do you have to talk to me right now? Like, he's a busy hero. So he's
Literally
like,
right this
fucking.
second.
All right.
This is real superhero things, not teenage girl superhero things. Just like
Yeah.
code red.
He will give you a like a 30 minutes
ETA.
like ETA. Sophia, you use your biometrics to get into the house because parents are a little paranoid being heroes and such. But
Yep.
it is a very unassuming outside. And as you come through the front door, it's a very well kept home. Did you text your moms to let you know that you were coming?
Yes.
Okay. Did you tell them anything in the text, or just like, hey, I'm coming home, I'm bringing friends, be there soon?
We probably have some kind of code word for like emergency meeting, family
Okay.
meeting.
Okay. And so as you come in the door, you see both of your moms are sitting at the table, and the mother who's a teacher,
The one who has a name.
the one who has a name, who is, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. Mask, short series, NPCs, because I didn't know what was going to happen for the second half of this one, so we're just going with it.
Panthera and Nita Minea.
Yes, Anita, Mrs. Minea, is sitting at the table. Her dark hair is, she's wearing, you guys have never seen her out of her, like, school clothes. She's wearing, like, a nice V-neck t-shirt and sweatpants. Her ears are a little poofier than normal, and her hair's sort of in a very messy braid off to the side. What does your other mother look like?
That is the one that Sophia looks like.
Okay.
She's blonde and tall and sort of buff.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's like a personal trainer or something like that.
She's standing behind Anita's, what's her name?
Did I give her a name?
Oh, man. It's your mom.
I don't know that I named her. Hold, please. Let me look.
I imagine her being like a personal trainer and like registered dietitian.
Natasha.
Natasha is standing behind Anita, and she is, as you walk through the door, she kind of looks at all of you, and she waves, and Anita stands up and, what's the matter? What's going on?
We know where the band of bad guys is located, and we know who the last laugh is.
Okay, why?
Can I tell you the why later, please? please.
Yeah, the why isn't important right now.
It seems like it's pretty important. What have you been doing?
Infiltrating the band of bad guys. You can ground me later. Ed McMahon is the last laugh.
He sucks.
Well, I'm sorry, what was it? Not Nancy. What's the other mother?
Natasha.
Natasha. I totally started to write it and then I just put Nat and I was like, that's not helpful.
She can go by Nat.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Natasha is like, Ed McMahon? And he's like, not now. Okay.
Yes, that Ed
Okay.
McMahon.
So, I need to know how because I need to know what danger you're in.
A lot. Extreme.
So much danger.
Code red danger.
So we need to get you to a safe house. What
Yeah,
kind of
we're-
safe house?
The kind that's immune to as many powers as possible, because that's what the last laugh has been doing. When you join the band of bad guys, they take your powers away for 24 hours to teach you how to live as your true self without them or whatever. Ed McMahon / the last laugh is duplicating them so he
takes
can
them.
also have them, and then they give you your powers back.
And he has the Golden Duke's powers too.
And he has the Golden Duke's powers.
Oh yeah, plot twist.
That also happened.
Yes.
Sophia, you've never seen your mother show any sort of stress or fear. When you say that, her eyes, she like loses contact for a second and her eyes go wide as she fully embraces the fear that has come over her. And she just turns to Natasha and says, get the go bags. I've got to make a call. And Natasha starts, okay, come on. And she brings all of you guys up to Sophia's room. Sophia, has a bag open on your bed already. Well, as she has brought you in there. And Anita is going to make a phone call to someone. It takes you and Natasha not even 2 minutes to put things in a bag. And you're out the front door. And as you go, you remember that, oh, Jesus. You remember that you told Thalassophobia. Thank you.
And Grandpa.
And Grandpa, where to go.
I almost forgot about Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa should be here anytime. My grandpa, Ed McMahon, cursed me and killed my parents when I was a baby to get money from my grandpa. My grandpa needs to be safe, so he's going to come here too.
Okay.
I'll find out where he is.
We'll get you out of here first. I'll wait for him, Anita says. And you can see her like pulling on her hero outfit. And things begin to happen very quickly. You guys are rushed into a car and begin to drive away. You're in the car for about 45 minutes. Natasha is white knuckling, basically driving as fast as possible. And you find yourself sort of in the woods. And as you begin to look around, you kind of realize that this looks familiar, fairly familiar. These woods, the makeup of the trees. You kind of realize that you are back in the forest that is behind the school. And as she drives the car over the rough forest floor, you see a small building within the boundaries of the school. It's a bunker. And as you cross sort of the threshold into the school territory, you feel the damper on your magic. And as that happens, you guys are taken out of the car. You make it down into the bunker. It's very bomb shelter-esque, but there have, a few amenities in there. There are nice beds. There are no sheets on them, but they're in the closet. You guys start to kind of look around. Natasha is on the phone with your mother, with Anita. And she kind of just says, okay, they're right behind us. He was only 15 minutes behind. We should be safe here for the time being, but we have to inform the heroes what's going on. And you kind of see a dark shadow forming behind her, as the you see it kind of coming from the tap. And as this dark shadow sort of emerges into a form, you see Thalassophobia standing behind your mother, shadowed completely. And
Hey, Teach.
Natasha's like takes a moment and then turns, ah!
Thanks for
Like
coming.
she's ready to fight. Oh, sorry. I just here to help. Just-
So let's catch you up. Ed McMahon is the last laugh. He has the Golden Duke's powers. What he's been doing has been to take people's powers, because when you get into the band of bad guys, they take your powers for 24 hours. He duplicates them, puts them into himself, so he has all these powers. Then he gives them back. So he has like everybody's powers. It's joined the band of bad guys since forever. It has the Golden Duke's powers. Am I forgetting anything?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah. So sorry we went rogue again.
Also, one of them can steal your bones.
Oh yeah. Jared's weird.
There's a long silence from Thalassophobia as he is processing what you've told him.
I guess the
Really
bones thing
sorry
was,
for going rogue again.
I guess the bones thing was kind of a minor detail.
It's not a minor detail. It's really weird.
It's
pretty
really
important.
weird.
Oh, my
Yeah, it's
blood is
important.
a drug for one of them too. I don't want to tell you how we found that out.
Mine
Kinda
tastes
puts-
bad.
He puts a hand up. I need to know everything. What else? What
So they'll
powers does
just-
he have?
Yeah, we'll just
What connect-
detail all the powers
Aw.
that we saw.
Everybody that we saw.
Why did you leave?
Oh,
that's
Because he
kinda
knows
my
that
bad.
we know.
yeah, he knows
I-
we know.
I portaled to Ed McMahon because he killed my parents and cursed me and tried to steal money from my grandpa. And so I needed to make sure that they weren't the same person. So I portaled to him and they are the same person, plot twist. And then so he tried to use his dark magic to pull me in, but I'm strong now after practicing with all these band of bad guys. So I came back and then we had to leave immediately because he's very, very pissed. And now we're hiding.
So you have your powers from him.
Yeah, he cursed me. Harry Potter's made for me.
Okay.
That's now that you say that out loud. That sounds really bad.
Yes.
Like, can he find her because his powers come from her?
her powers come from him.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's possible. Shouldn't be able to hear.
This place is warded to hell, so.
Okay. Nancy, we live here now.
That's fine. As long as Grandpa gets here, then I'll be able to relax for a second.
But we know
My
exactly
grandpa's
where their
coming.
headquarters is, down to coordinates.
Yeah, here. She just shows them where the coordinates are.
He
You can
like
think-
looks.
Nobody else knew about this or helped us.
Nope, not even a little bit.
If other people know, they're in danger too.
God damn it. She's
Our
gonna
class
message
does.
Jenny.
It was not our fault. We super tried to not tell them.
Yeah.
They're nosy bitches.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the other heroes will give you a talking to. Now's not the time. What else do you
Ethics.
know about the band? I need to know everything.
We just start like listing off
Yep,
like
just-
people
it's
and
just they're
powers
talking.
and
And he,
anything.
And not all
Layout of the
them are bad.
place.
Some of them just want to live on an island with plants.
He did want to kill a bunch of people to get it, but I feel like we could talk him out of that part.
Yeah, if we just give him an island with plants. He's just a kid. He was getting bullied by Aqualine. You can kill Aqualine. He sucks.
Trying to like remember like the layout of everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a guy who monitors video monitors. He's like their security person. There's a girl who can, she's just like listing all
Yeah.
the different things.
Hello, Raiders. Welcome in.
Raiders!
Hello.
We have video of one of them blowing up a building.
Oh, yeah, here.
Not the Raiders, one of the band of bad guys.
Maybe
No,
one of
you
the
guys are
Raiders.
fine. You
I
guys
don't
are
know
fine.
their lives.
What if
shows
they
them the
are the
video.
band of bad guys.
Shows him the video that Terror made.
Okay, he takes in all of your information, and as you're kind of going over everything, it takes a little while. Anita comes down, Grandpa comes down, and followed very quickly behind is Johnny Vibes himself, the president, the principal of your school. The president, the class president. No, he
Hey, Grandpa.
Grandpa goes and hugs Nancy, and I'm so glad you're safe, and I knew it was him. I always knew it was him. He was the big bad. There's a lot of that. And Johnny Vibes is like, I can't believe that you kids, and Thalassophobia just goes, no. There's no time for that. There's
Jupiter
no
goes,
time.
really, you can't believe it.
It is us.
Thalassophobia kind of looks at you guys. You can't see his face, but you see the eyebrows on his mask kind of raised, like, let me handle it. We have a big problem, and we have to talk about this with everyone. I've already gathered the council. They'll be here soon. I think they should join us. And Johnny Vibes just goes, they're children. They are children. And then
We're children who managed to find the band of bad guys in like a couple of days.
Yeah, we infiltrated, figured out where they were, figured out who is underneath the mask of the big bag evil guy, which you guys have been trying to do for a while. So like, let's not downplay our role here, okay?
Yeah.
Thalassophobia does yes, that. And he says, we don't have a choice anymore. Okay? Let's go. You all stay here. I'll call you when it's time. Okay?
We'll stay here. I don't want to die. That's fine.
You see him sort of melt down into water and somehow maneuver his way out of here. Johnny Vibes is like, I'm just happy you guys are safe. And I can't tell you did a good job because I'm your teacher, okay? I just can't. You broke the rules. I feel like but I can't.
More of that. Positive reinforcement.
You can tell us we did a good job because there's nobody else here to hear it yet.
Just stay here, please. Just please.
No
Stay here.
promises.
Like, we'll probably stay here unless he shows up or something scary happens.
All right. Just try. And
Just
he
gonna
like
message Danny, you should get here ASAP.
Gather the troops.
You guys get a message from Danny that says, the teachers have already called us over to viewing room B. Your class has been pulled into and everyone has kind of been pushed back into their dorms and kept there. It's like it's a training drill. Everyone back to your dorms situation. You get a message from Thalassophobia on your duder after a little while, and he says, all right, come to the main office. You can have your mom's.
They will.
Yeah. Nancy, or Sophia, your mother is going to escort all of you. You do start getting the business from her. I can't believe you've done this. Like, I was so worried about you. You were gone. And she is just kind of spouting the things moms say when you do dangerous things.
Mom sent me to Russia.
She's the one who sent you to Russia. Anita's the one who sent you to Russia. She's the one who's walking you.
I didn't know. You just said mom. I didn't know which one.
Oh, sorry.
I made a guess. I had a 50-50 shot.
But you were with us, and you were supposed to be safe, and she's very flabbergasted. I was just so worried about you.
You're the one that wanted me to be a hero in the first place. I just wanted to wrestle.
When you were an adult, this is the big stuff. You're supposed to fight the low level thugs and work your way up. This is a big deal.
And
This is literally the biggest deal.
My friends are a wizard, a sort of a dark wizard, really, Nancy, if you get down to it, and an alien assassin.
We'll have this discussion later. Just cooperate as much as possible.
I'm
with
just
the big
saying, if they name
heroes.
us national heroes, you can't ground me.
Can and I will.
Not if the president says you can't.
She's gonna whisper to Sophia, "There's no such thing as grounding on my planet."
It's starting to sound like a better and better option, honestly. I am gonna be grounded forever.
Not if you leave the planet.
You guys make your way up.
Grounding means something a little different when your mom is a pro hero.
Oh yeah, probably.
That's when the biometric scanners also let you out of the house.
Oh no. That's clever. Are the kittens escaping?
I heard the sound. I think they're trying to.
The band of bad guys, they're
The
here.
band of
Bad
bad
guys
guys are here.
Get him, Krieg.
Yeah, go get him, buddy. Oh no,
Round him up, Krieg.
Alex
Have him
opened the
go.
door and he was like, "Oh, I'm coming in." All right. Yeah, you guys make your way to the main, actually Jupiter, where you saw the group of heroes gather before, and as you guys are making your way into the building, you see a couple fly in above the way, and the rest as you enter this large room with a rounded table. You see the Tempest and the Conductor in an intense conversation, sort of just to each other at the head of the table. You see Big Boy standing off to the side, speaking with the Bookworm, and they're sort of, everyone in this room is chatting. And as you make your way into the room, Thalassophobia comes up from the nothingness of the ground, and with him you see someone you haven't seen before, a really, really attractive Korean woman with a very colorful outfit, very well polished hair. Everything about her just looks impeccable. And as she emerges, you see darkness forming on her hands and moving up her arms, and then sort of fading away as Bubble Pop has entered the scene. You guys can have a
She's
moment.
like elbowing her friends. Go on, guys. Look at us. Look at us. You thought she was starstruck when she met Thalassophobia for the first time, when she was like, "Oh my god, I love you." She just has no words now. Just all elbows.
The Conductor sort of moves from his sister and stands. You see they're all in their full uniforms. I mean, as Bubble Pop doesn't really have a uniform. She just wears really nice clothing all the time, and does not cover her face because she doesn't have to. But everyone else has their costumes on. You see electricity sort of sparking off of the Tempest and the Conductor. They have this sort of arcing power between them. And so I see you on the wall. Oh, she just got out. You son of a bitch. What are you gonna do? You can't touch him. Okay. Anyways, so the Conductor sort of calls the room to order, and all of the heroes are still standing. Nobody sits except for Johnny Vibes and some of the lesser heroes in the area. And he looks to all of you, and in his modulated voice, he says, "We've been filled in for the most part. The last laugh has absorbed many powers, including that of the Golden Duke. Is that correct?"
Yep.
That is correct.
he kind of looks to his sister, and she like looks at him, raises her eyebrows, like, well, we've dealt with worse, I guess. And he looks to the others in the room, and as he does, a portal opens up, and you see the silver shepherd walk in, and the conductor says to the silver shepherd, we're gonna need you to find out where the base is. We know that it is, we know where one of the training facilities is, but you're going to have to go into the mind of that one, and Nancy, he points to you, and pull out the location. And then you hear Bookworm sort of adjust his glasses. He's got a very melodic baritone voice, which I cannot do. But he sort of, or now I don't mean to be insensitive, and he motions to the four of you. He is going to want to take revenge, yes? To kill the one who knows who he is. And if he is an intelligent man, which we all assume that he is, he's probably going to guess that this... I'm sorry, what was your name, young lady?
Nancy?
That Nancy has told someone.
What if I tweeted it?
My point being, if he is an intelligent man, he's going to assume that other people know. So he is either going to go into hiding or make his move now. If he's going to make his move now, he's probably going to attack the place that he's been going after the whole time, which is this school and the people here. Bubble Pop says something towards Thalassophobia, and she is speaking in Korean. And Thalassophobia nods and says, yeah, what is it about this place that... Why here? I have a theory, but it assumes his vanity. If he has gathered the powers of the Golden Duke himself, why not attack the place that represents him? And you see the conductor and the Tempest sort of touch their chins and nod. Like, yes, that makes sense to them. Bubble Pop also kind of leans back in her chair. And you see her kind of like, she's looking at the group, and then she glances over at the four of you. And she sort of lingers on you, Nancy, with like a quizzical look. Raises an eyebrow, and then her gaze falls back to everyone else.
I like nudge whoever's like, she looked at me. She knows who I am. She looked at me.
We're all fangirling and fanboying over here. Over
Why
Bubble
wouldn't
Pop
you?
in particular.
Why would... She's
Bubble
gorgeous.
Pop is the best character. He's so cool.
Big Boy is just kind of nodding along with all of this. He's ready for anything. He seems like he's not contributing much to the conversation. He's listening and contributing a little.
So can I just assume that what you're getting at here is using us as bait?
You see Johnny Vibes shift very uncomfortably in his chair. And the Tempest looks, you can see her controlling like her eyes are glowing white. And you see her sort of clench her jaw like she's controlling the muscles of her face. The conductor has a complete mask over his face. And Bookworm, the conductor says to Bookworm, We cannot use children as bait. That would make us as bad as them. And Bookworm kind of like, well, you know, if we have a plan, they aren't actually going to be in any danger. And they have accomplished more than we have in a very interesting way.
Jupiter goes, counterpoint, shapeshifts into Ed McMahon and starts spouting off like I am the head of the big bad evil gang of villains. And just like starts talking about like how my plan is to take over the world and blah 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 blah. And I did all these evil things. And then she just stops and then changes back into herself.
Bubble Pop giggles a little, like she and Thalassophobia clears his throat. We don't know what his plan is yet, but I think that whatever y'all have done has accelerated it. So, whatever we're gonna do, we're gonna have to do it quickly.
I'll be bait.
I consent to being bait.
Yeah, I'll be bait. That's cool. I basically am already, so.
I consent to protect the bait if I am also not bait.
What she said.
We caused this mess. We have to clean it up.
I don't think it's a mess.
I think we did a lot of things that would be construed as good in the catching the bad guys off of guard, off their game.
We're
I don't know.
efficient. We're just efficient. That's all.
Extremely.
We did some good. It's still a mess. They're doing bad stuff. It's a mess. It's all a goddamn mess. You all have been so all over the place with your morals the past however long, and it's just at this point I just want to get things done and over with, and then we can figure out where we stand. But right now that man is out there. He is a psychopath. He is coming to kill us and who knows how many other people, and we need to stop him because we are the ones who are setting him off.
Slow clap from Nancy.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
I don't need your pity right now. I need you to get your heads in the goddamn game and be ready to take him out or be ready to face the consequences of our own failure.
You see all the
What he
adults in
said.
the room sort of like look at each other. The Tempest looks at the conductor and like gives him a nod. You see Bubble Pop sit down and cross her legs on the table, leaning back in her chair. Thalassophobia looks towards the conductor, as does everyone else. You hear an audible sigh from his modulated voice. All right. If they're coming here, we have to prepare. And they start to plan. And I think that's where we're going to end it for the evening. Because we got some stuff to do. And we're in the end game now, guys. Yay! Thank you guys for putting up with my bullshit for this evening. You get to meet all of the top 5 heroes, as well as some of the others. I'm excited to see where this goes. We gotta do end of session stuff, as well as our stars and wishes. But yeah. Who wants to start?
I can go.
All right.
I'll stars and wishes. My star is gonna go to Nancy for just fucking doing it. Putting an end to the we don't know what's going on, fucking doing it, figuring it out. We know who he is. And that's sort of what kicked off everything. And I respect that. Nancy got brave over the last few weeks, and I like
Hell
it.
yeah.
Yeah. And my wish is to have a big fight. Big fight. Want to punch.
All right. And end of session stuff, growing closer to the team, growing more into the image of yourself, or growing further away from the team.
I think Sophia grew into her own image of herself.
Mhm.
She's figuring shit out.
Yeah. All
Gotta
right.
figure out what she actually wants to do.
Sounds perfect. Who is next?
I'll go.
All right, I'm listening.
My star goes to Alex/Billy. 1 for freaking out, 2 for convincing us that we should not kill people as much as we wanted to. My wish is that we also get to fuck shit up, like Savvy said, but we get to be involved. It's not just like, okay, adults go do it, but we get to help, which seems like we will. I think Nancy kind of grew into her own image, I think. Learning powers and how to work them, and got a new pug friend. So I think it's cool. And then I also, as part of my end of session stuff, I think I did. I
I
forget
think
what
you
it's called.
did. I think you moved closer.
I moved closer to ruining Ed McMahon's life. So I get to mark a potential. Ooh. And I advance. And I'll
Hell
figure that
yeah.
out later.
All right. Thank you very much. Who's next?
I can go. I think that we'll start with Jupiter grew into her own image of herself. Believe that weirdly enough, infiltrating the band of bad guys and having a nice 4-hour long therapy session with a trainer there, trying to figure out like what she wants, because she's just been a weapon at others' disposals her entire life. Trying to figure out what she actually wants for her future is a big deal for her. And my star tonight goes to Tanya/Nancy again for just the, you know what, I'm gonna do this and we're gonna see what happens. And it was like, it could have gone either way. It could have just been like, there's an old man sitting on a couch and reading his book. Way to terrify him into a heart attack. I guess your Doom track is ended because he's dead now. Or what we got, the big bad evil guy reveal, which was awesome. So I love that. And then my wish is big Avengers Endgame style much punch fight.
Punch him up. Hell yeah.
Much punch.
All right, Alex, it's up to you.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Billy grew into his own image of himself. Gash, I think, is going to drop Savior and bump up Superior. So I've got 2 3s and 2 -2s currently. So I'm about as min-max as you can get. And because he is realizing the kind of hero that he needs to be compared to, for the situation at hand, and gonna have to do what it takes. And then stars and wishes. I think my star is going to LB for having the display of all the like top heroes and bouncing between them all, but also making them all distinct enough, and just seeing them all engage and interact. And then wish. I mean, I want things to go horribly wrong and that the adults can't do anything and we have to figure it out ourselves.
All right. I dig it. My star, I'm gonna be a little bitch and I'm gonna say I really enjoyed the conversation that y'all had about the morality of what you guys are doing and what they're doing, and that's kind of what I hoped for with this whole thing, because it's not always, black and white, who's the bad guy, who's the good guy. So yeah, so I really enjoyed that scene. You guys did a great job with it. And then my wish is that you guys get to be the heroes that y'all want to be. I'm looking forward to you guys pulling out all the stops in the end. we'll probably have 2 more sessions because the battle is probably going to last more than the half a session that you're going to get with all the planning and stuff. So maybe 1 more, probably 2 more. But yeah, thank you guys so much for playing this silly game with me. Do you guys want, let's go around and have everyone tell people where you can find them and what to do and all that fun stuff. Savannah, starting with you.
That's me. Hi, I'm Savvy. I've been Sophia. You can find me on the internet at Savvy Seaworth, mostly on Twitter. My streaming schedule is there, but when I'm not here, I'm on twitch.tv/game nights, game with 2 G's and nights with a K. Our next live stream over there is going to be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I'm running Dungeons and Dragons. It's fun.
Dragons. Thank you very much. Next up, it's Rachel.
And that's me. Hi, I'm Rachel Elizabeth. You can find me here on Twitch at Rachel Elizabeth, where I haven't been streaming recently because, it's been nice out. So I've been doing outside things, like planting a garden. What? And on Twitter and Instagram, I'm Rachel Elizabeth with a Z in the middle instead of an S. And tomorrow you can find me on Game Nights, GGK with Savvy, playing Dungeons and Dragons, being a weird water genasi druid who is her friends are a little scared of her, but they love her just the same. And then I'll be here next Sunday. I can't wait to see where this wonderful wild ride goes.
I am also excited. Next up is Miss Tanya.
Oh, hey, you can find me at Tanya Roll Places. Or if you want to see Bo Cephas IRL, you can follow the Abominable Pugs on Instagram. And hopefully he'll be here in a couple weeks. And that's all I got. Good night.
And to round it out, Alex.
Hello, I'm Alex, OMG, some guy on the internet. If I'm not here, I'm over on GGK, Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays, and Sundays. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go get closer to LB's heart and body so we can finish watching Centaur World.
Yes, we do. We have to finish watching Centaur World because I'm on a cry again. And I'm LB Hack'em Up. You can find me at LB Hack'em Up on the Twitters and the Twitches. The next time this channel is going to be live is on Tuesday afternoon, where hopefully we'll be playing some Dead by Daylight, all survivors all the time. If not, we'll be at the beach, so sorry. But after that, Lauren will be playing on Wednesday, and then Thursday they'll be doing Themeless Thursdays. Lauren and I will be back on Friday with our Song of Horror game that we're continuing on through, and then we'll be back here on Sunday for maybe the thrilling conclusion. Tune in to find out. But until next time, I'm LB Hack'em Up. Hack recklessly. Bye!